Welcome to Cretus Academy Top Shelf Epoxy. This video will explore the Cretus Top Shelf Epoxy product line, or TSE. It will give you the information necessary to choose the perfect epoxy coating for your needs, help you to plan, prep, and apply the coating successfully, and show you where to find this information on our website. We begin at Cretus.com. Under the products drop-down, you will find epoxies, and then Top Shelf Epoxy 100% solids. Selecting it, we are taken to the homepage for Top Shelf Epoxy. At the top of the page, you will find a link to this video on our YouTube channel. Below that are links to the product guide, technical data sheets in English and Spanish, color chart, and general overview. Scrolling down, we find the modular map, a link to each safety data sheet, some advantages, kit sizes, and a smaller image of the color chart. Let's take a closer look at Top Shelf Epoxy. This is our most popular product line. It is a 100% solids, two-component product. It is a mix and match epoxy line with Part A resins and Part B hardeners. This means you can mix and match different Part A's and Part B's to get desired cure times, chemical resistance, thickness, moisture vapor tolerance, and more. Let's go over the kit sizes. 1.5 gallons, 3 gallons, 15 gallons, and 150 gallons. This is the 1.5 gallon standard kit. It is 1 gallon of Part A and 1/2 gallon of Part B. This is the 3 gallon Select kit. It is 2 gallons of Part A and 1 gallon of Part B. The 15 gallon kit is 2 5-gallon buckets of Part A and 1 5-gallon bucket of Part B. Top Shelf Epoxy is also available in 50-gallon drums and 275-gallon totes that are tapped to mix smaller volumes, always with a ratio of 2:1. This is a modular map we've created that breaks down our Part A's and Part B's. It gives you a visual overview of all the different resins, hardeners, and colors we offer, making it a little bit easier to see them all at once. First, choose your Part A. It can be pre-pigmented or it can be clear. If it is clear, you can mix in a color pack. Next, you would add your Part B hardener and mix for 2 minutes. This is our color chart. You can get here from the Top Shelf Epoxy homepage. The color chart has 2 pages. The first page has labeled color cards with all the color options we offer for Top Shelf Epoxy. These colors are available in pre-pigmented Part A buckets or color packs in various sizes. Custom colors are also available upon request for an additional fee. This is located on page 1 of the special order form. The second page has the general mixing guide and tips on ensuring uniform color. These are the general mixing instructions for pigmented Top Shelf Epoxy. If your Part A is pre-pigmented, open the pail and make sure the pigment and resin are one uniform color. If they have separated, simply remix them in the pail and pour into a clean 5-gallon bucket. Add Part B and mix for 2 minutes. If your Part A is clear, pour 1 gallon into a clean 5-gallon bucket. Add 16 ounces of desired Cretus Top Shelf Epoxy colorant and mix until color is uniform. Add 1/2 gallon of Part B and mix for 2 minutes. Check batch numbers on product labels. Products that have the same batch number are made from the same mixture, or batch. It is best to use products with matching batch numbers because gloss or color can vary from batch to batch, and the difference may not be visible until the product hardens. Next, we will examine the product guide. The product guide will help you choose the specific Part A and Part B for your job. The product guide goes over the description of epoxy as well as the different system applications. Our Top Shelf Epoxy line is incredibly versatile and can be used in a wide variety of system applications. Crack and joint repair, seamless moisture mitigation, slurry, mortar, and prime coats. It can be installed in a wide variety of projects, including industrial, commercial, and residential. The product guide also goes over the different advantages for Top Shelf Epoxy, as well as the limitations. The second page of the product guide has our charts. Chart 1 is Part A's, and Chart 2, Part B's. Let's take a closer look at our charts. For Top Shelf Epoxy, there are 7 different Part A resins. They are listed here in Chart 1. The chart has 2 additional columns for application and mix ratio. We are going to explore each of these resins in detail. Starting with A resin. A resin stands for all-purpose. It is our premium resin. It has moderate viscosity with a high chemical and moisture vapor resistance, or MVR. It is a great option for industrial, commercial, and residential applications. It is primarily used in Cretus systems as an MVR coat, prime coat, or base coat with an optional broadcast of sand or vinyl chips. It is also excellent for metallic applications. It pairs best with Part B EZ, and can be applied from 8 mils to 1/8 inch thick. A resin is available in clear with an optional color pack or in pre-pigmented buckets available by special order, is a moderate price point and available for extended warranty. Cast resin is very versatile. It is used for molds, casts, jewelry, countertops, and many other concrete and non-concrete adhesion applications. Cove resin is also a premium resin. It is high viscosity with a high chemical and moisture vapor resistance. It is primarily mixed with sand to build perimeter wall cove. It can also be used in crack and joint repair and vertically up stem walls. It is moderately priced and typically mixed with our Part B traditional hardener, or TH, for cost savings. It carries our extended warranty. CR stands for chemical resistant. It is our ultra premium resin. It has moderate viscosity and the highest chemical and moisture vapor resistance, making it ideal for industrial applications. It is primarily used in Cretus systems as an MVR coat and a top coat. It is available in clear with an optional color pack or in pre-pigmented buckets available by special order. It is our highest price point and is available for extended warranty. 2 gallons of CR resin is included with 1 gallon of Part B MVR-EZ or FC in our Cretus Select OMG blocker kits. For more information on Select kits, watch the Cretus Select kit video on our YouTube channel. Commercial resin is our standard or traditional resin. It has low viscosity with a standard chemical and moisture vapor resistance. It is excellent for residential and light commercial applications. It is available in clear with an optional color pack or in pre-pigmented buckets available by special order. 2 gallons of commercial resin is included with 1 gallon of Part B TH in our Cretus Select Epoxy kits. It is our lowest price point and carries our standard limited warranty. Flex resin is our newest and most flexible resin, designed to relieve the stress caused by shifting or cracking substrates, applied over high movement floors as a cushion against vibration and as a crack and joint filler. T-resin is our terrazzo resin. It is for expert terrazzo installers. More information is available upon request. Chart 2 is our Part B hardeners. There are 6 different top-shelf epoxy Part B hardeners: MVR-EZ, MVR-FC, EZ, AP, TH, and FAST. They are primarily chosen based on the temperature and humidity. Make sure you take accurate measurements of both before and during the time of application. You may also look at the timeline or schedule that you have to install, and the applicator skill level. The third thing to consider is the size and type of application. Here you might also factor in the price point. Larger jobs can require a slightly longer bucket and working times. This will be a factor in determining the speed of the hardener you choose. Across the top of the chart are description and skill level, moisture vapor emission rate, and relative humidity, recommended application temperature, and times for working, recoat, return to service, and full cure. We will start with EZ. This is our easiest to apply hardener. It has long working and cure times and is for beginner installers and anyone applying in high temperatures. It is also great for large-scale projects and the best option for metallics. It can be used almost year-round in the south and southwest and everywhere that gets hot weather in the summer months. It has a moderate price point. AP is our all-purpose hardener. With average working and cure time, it is for experienced installers and anyone applying in low to mid temperatures. It is great for base coats with chips or sand broadcast, slurry, ESD, top coats, and countertops. It can be used almost anywhere most of the year. Do not use AP in cold climates during the winter months. It has a moderate price point. FAST is our fast cure. It has shorter working and cure times and is for experienced and expert installers and anyone applying at low to mid temperatures. It is great for one-day garage systems. It can be used in colder and mild climates throughout the winter months and by expert installers everywhere when recoating and return to service times are a factor. It has a moderate price point. TH is our traditional hardener. It has long working and cure times. It is great for crack patching and cove, and is for any level of installer and anyone applying in moderate temperatures. It is our lowest price point. 1 gallon of TH is included with 2 gallons of commercial resin in our Cretus Select Epoxy Kit. MVR-EZ and MVR-FC are our moisture vapor resistance hardeners. They are designed to repel moisture and should be used for any floors with moisture mitigation needs. MVR-EZ is easier to apply. It has long working and cure times. It is for beginner installers and anyone applying in high temperatures. It can be used almost year-round in the south and southwest and everywhere that gets hot weather in the summer months. It is our highest price point. MVR-FC is our fast cure moisture vapor barrier. It has shorter working and cure times and is for expert installers and anyone applying in low to mid temperatures. It can be used in colder and mild climates throughout the winter months and by expert installers everywhere when recoating and return to service times are a factor. It is our highest price point. This is the general overview. The general overview is a 6-page document explaining how to install the different applications available for top shelf epoxy. Page 1 has information on surface preparation, on-site application testing, the mixing guide, safety and cleanup. Page 2 begins a chart with all of the top shelf epoxy applications in alphabetical order. Across the top of the chart are application, products required, mix ratio, methods, tools, and coverage rate. The top of page 2 are the base and body coats of varying thicknesses. These are all mixed with slurry-grade quartz sand and are either self-leveling or trowel applied. The bottom of page 2 and the top of page 3 have our broadcast systems. Base coat under broadcast, cap or top coat over broadcast, and top coat over cap coat. These use A or CR resin and are applied with an 8 to 12, 15 to 20, flat flex, or flat rigid squeegee. The rest of page 3 and the top of page 4 has countertops, crack and joint repair, metallic prime and body coats. Metallic coats use either A or CR resins. They are applied with a flat flexible 15 to 20 or 25 to 30 mil squeegee. The rest of page 4 and the top of page 5 has MVR coats, prime and seal coats, terrazzo, and top coats of different thicknesses with or without anti-slip texture and chemical resistance. They are applied with flat flexible 15 to 20 or 25 to 30 mil squeegees. Make sure to reference this chart for the exact squeegees, rollers, tools, and techniques that you'll need. You can also find our coatings condensed videos highlighting many of these applications on the Cretus YouTube channel. The rest of page 5 has wall cove and vertical coats. The final page is the aggregates and additives, their use, coverage rate, and mix ratio. Additives such as anti-slip, fumed silica, matting additive, metallic pigment, ESD additive, solvent cleaner, accelerant, and colorant. Aggregates such as quartz, sand, and vinyl chips. Next, we look at the technical data sheets, or TDSs. These can be found by selecting the link on the Top Shelf Epoxy homepage. Here we find a 10-page document for each epoxy resin and hardener combination. They are grouped together by Part A resins in alphabetical order: A, cast, commercial, cove, CR, flex, and T. Find the exact combination you will be using and make sure to read the technical data sheet. All Top Shelf epoxies are 2-component 100% solids coatings, but different combinations have different physical properties. For example, the ideal moisture vapor barrier should be able to tolerate concrete that has a moisture vapor emission rate as high as 25 pounds and up to 99% relative humidity. If you look at the moisture tolerance for epoxy CR resin with MVR-FC hardener, you'll see that it meets the requirements at up to 25 pounds and 99% relative humidity. If you look at the moisture tolerance of A resin TH, which is only up to 3 pounds MVR and 80% relative humidity, you'll see that not all top shelf epoxies should be used as moisture vapor barriers. Let's take a deeper look at the TDS for CR resin Fast. Top Shelf Epoxy CR Resin Fast is one of the 2 top shelf epoxy systems with the highest chemical resistance. It makes an excellent top coat in areas that are high risk for chemical spills. The 2-component 100% solids resinous system is a fast curing epoxy, making it an excellent choice if you're short on time or applying in cold climates. Some advantages are antibacterial, high chemical, stain, traffic, and impact resistance, low odor, and low maintenance. It is good for industrial, commercial, and residential. Make sure you read the precautions and limitations. Do not apply under direct sunlight. Do not install under inclement weather conditions. If application temperatures are outside of those recommended, contact your Cretus technical representative. It also lists the components for standard and bulk kits, has information on safety, testing, and warranty. Test and look for any unknown site conditions or defects in a small area on site before installation. For the warranty to be upheld, pre- and post-job checklists must be completed. There is information on storage and application temperatures. The ideal storage environment is dry, out of direct sunlight, between 60 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a chart with average application times specific to ambient temperatures. For example, if the ambient temperature at the time of application is 70 degrees Fahrenheit with 50% relative humidity, the working time will be 20 minutes. Recoat at 5.5 to 24 hours, return to service at 10 hours, and full cure or forklift traffic at 5 days. Finally, there is a reminder about surface preparation. Before installing any coating, the substrate must be sound, all necessary repairs completed, clean, dry, and free of any contaminants, moisture, materials, or particles that may hinder adhesion to the substrate. Page 3 has information on mixing and application, the standard kit mix ratio, and mixing directions with or without colorant. It also has the coverage rates per standard kit. When CR Resin Fast is applied as a prime coat, the coverage rate will be 450 to 600 square feet per kit. Note that as the coating thickness increases, the coverage rate decreases. At the bottom of page 3, there is a chart listing some of the specific numeric values achieved by the coating when fully cured, and the testing methods used to determine them. Page 4 also has a list of chemicals the coating might encounter, and a number indicating how well it will hold up. Consult your client to find out any chemicals that might come into contact with the floor. If you don't see it on this list, contact your Cretus technical representative. The final set of documents we examine is the Safety Data Sheets, or SDSs. The Safety Data Sheets are located on the Top Shelf Epoxy homepage. There are 4 different safety data sheets for Top Shelf Epoxy. All of the Part A's, all of the Part B's, Part C slurry grade, and Top Shelf Epoxy colorant. Note that our Top Shelf Epoxy accelerant has the same safety information as our Part B. Selecting the link, we are taken to the 8-page SDS for Top Shelf Epoxy, Part B, and accelerant. The document is broken down into 16 sections. Section 2 has hazard information. Section 8 is exposure controls and personal protection. Section 14 has transportation information. Make sure to review the safety data sheet for any Cretus product you purchase before application. Let's review what we've learned. The product guide shows you how to pick which epoxy resin and hardener you'll need for the job. Remember, the main thing to consider when choosing your hardener is temperature and humidity. The general overview shows you how to install the epoxy that you've just chosen from the product guide. The technical data sheets have more detailed information about that specific hardener and resin combination. Thank you for your interest in Cretus Top Shelf Epoxy and all of our thoughtfully designed coatings.